stacked. It is actually really stacked, so we feel bad for all the new people. Okay, so Santi going Sheik, I guess.
Well, I think everybody's kind of like
I played against him earlier.
Yeah, how was that?
He beat me rather soundly.
all white people.
Yeah.
He's the best person in Santiago.
Actually, no.
Yeah,
So I should not feel that bad.
Santiago. He went to Evo, which is like 2,000 person Smash tournament, the largest ever. It was in Las Vegas a couple weeks ago. He got 17th.
That's a pretty high number.
Yeah, so he is definitely
Close to 1.
yes.
No.
That means it's quite high. I believe the amateur bracket. I'm sure they'll post the challenge, and we may not stream any. I don't know how that's gonna go. Maybe we'll stream the top few matches.
Bracket up.
Oh, well, it hasn't started. They gotta wait until everyone gets out. Go into it. Wait, so Magic tournaments, they don't have like a time limit or anything?
They have rounds.
Round time limit?
Yeah, you have 50 minutes per round, and you have that amount of time to play the best. Whoever wins 2 matches first, not best of 3, first of 2 wins. So,
And how does that differ from? Is like ties or?
yeah, because if you keep doing ties, so like say nobody ever wins and you keep tying for
How can
whatever
you tie?
reason,
Is that even? How is that possible?
there can be an effect that resolves that make it so both players lose at the same time.
Like
So
they
there's
take damage at the same time?
yeah, there's an ability that makes it so you deal damage at the same time you both lose.
Is that common?
Not really. It's not unheard of,
Yeah.
but most of the time there is one winner. But if that's the case, you keep tying, you just keep tying until somebody gets a win or the round ends. And whenever the round ends, then you have 5 turns past end of round in order to win. In order for something to happen.
Okay,
At the end of 5 rounds, if nothing happens, then it's time.
Really? So I think there's a pretty obvious loophole here. So what happens if you're up 1-0 and what's stopping you from stalling?
And it wasn't just like, oh, all my actual
You're not supposed to stall on purpose. What that is defined as is up to the discretion of the judge that's watching. So you're technically not supposed to stall, but yes, in that situation, it is a tactical advantage.
Okay,
So
that's. Do you know what the judges typically say? Because I feel like Magic judges are so established that they have a kind of own like culture. Like maybe there's no like official stalling rule, but I wouldn't be surprised if most judges would agree that like, hey, this is stalling and we're gonna do this in this situation.
No. There's definitely, I don't know what the metric is for determining it, but there's definitely you can get called for slow play.
Okay, and
like people have been disqualified for slow play before. So like certain people who have like a slower play style or are playing a very decision intensive deck, like they have to be wary of that.
I see. Okay. So like,
So I don't know how, but you know, Smash has a timer as well. I don't know how practical the strategy is in Melee at least to stall the clock. I know it has been done before,
yeah.
but I don't see it happen too often.
Yeah, but it's also like for certain matchups only. Maybe that's also true in Magic. But it's this timer in Melee is actually pretty interesting because it's so long, and when you compare it to all other games in the fighting game kind of roster, it's really weird. So
because those are mostly like 1 to 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, usually
8 minutes.
And it's actually interesting because it turns out that when you have an 8-minute game, you're less incentivized to stall.
Exactly, because it's more impractical to wait for that long.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think another contributing factor is that in the other games you have health as opposed to stocks. So just naturally through chip damage and then taking actual damage, like it's more of a...
Well, maybe. I think that's pretty equivalent. I think what's different about most fighting games, especially like 2D ones, is that you can't really hide too much. Like, if you put yourself in a corner, like, yeah, you can't stall while maintaining good positioning. While in Smash that is more possible. Yeah, because there's better mobility.
And I feel like, especially Melee, since it's so punish-centric, like, if you just only focus on running away,